Hey, welcome to the extended for the reading for December 21st. The energies being a light to the world and helping to raise the vibration of the planet. So what I would like to do first is a general collective reading for that. And so we'll do a nice spread, the situation, benefit, things you'll be giving up, and the outcome. I think I'm going to go with a different deck. I feel like it's time. Okay. Okay, so the situation is the Page of Wands. And the thing to let go of is the Eight of Wands. The benefit for this situation is the Queen of Swords. And the outcome, I'm going to put that here, is the Page of Swords. So we have two pages, Page of Wands and Page of Swords. And then the underneath of the deck is the Ace of Cups. Okay, so the overall message of this time is really an overflowing of love and gratitude and graciousness to all mankind. And this love and gratitude flows into our hearts. It's beautiful energies with the crane. You know, the crane is sitting here on one foot. The crane tells us even when things are really difficult, we have the strength. They may have a spindly leg, but it's enough to hold them up. No matter what happens, we have the strength, and we're given the gift to do it. And that's what is here in this cup. It's this beautiful energy of the cup overflowing into your life in a beautiful way. So now the situation, the Page of Wands, this is the bowerbird, and he prepares everything for his mate, and he tries to call her in. And so the Page of Wands, really has that creative energy that he's he or she's going out quickly with that creative energy. He may attract quite a few mates and then have to figure out what to do, or not attract any. But he has put forth a lot of creative effort and energy. So the situation for you now is, you have put a lot into this year. You have really put a lot into yourself, into your own growth, and into your life. And, whether it gives you the results and the fruits that you want or not, just that that effort and that beauty that you have given will be enough. So the thing to let go, the Eight of Wands, the communication is, to let go of poor communication, things that aren't working out for you, not being able to see things clearly, or to really know what direction you need to go, to kind of put aside the not listening well, or to not really knowing what's going on. Also, the 8 kind of has to do with power and personal authority, but it also can be greed on the negative side. So could be that you need to let go of some of the greed or selfishness in your life. And, you know, many times we are kind of jealous and greedy. You know, we're jealous of others and their accomplishments. Maybe we look at this with Farber and we think, man, I couldn't make a nest as pretty as yours. But really, it's not about that in this world. The world is so abundant, is so full that, you know, we don't need to compare ourselves to others. So it could be that you need to let go of that comparison and to, you know, walk into the truth. And so that's the benefit, is this truth and this clarity. And the, you know, the Queen of Swords comes into your life and she says, here, you know, cut away the stuff that doesn't need to be there anymore. Step into the light of the truth. Even in the darkness, the owl can see clearly. It can hunt as needed. It has that clarity that the Page of Wands doesn't have. So the situation you have now, you've worked really hard and you've tried to create something really creative and beautiful, but you haven't had the full clarity or the full picture. And that's the benefit that's coming to you at this time. And as a result of the mix of all of that, the Page of Swords is the outcome. And in this case, you know, a lot of times I think of the ferret and how the ferret is something who's not, it's not legal in all places. It also has the sword there as well, you know, the truth and the clarity. And so it could be that, you know, a clarity that there's more than one way to look at things, and that, you know, we don't have to say this is the truth, this is my truth, you know, this is the only way it can be. But that's not true. You know, the bowerbird can create a lot of different nests in different colors. You know, like one will pick pink, another will pick blue, another will pick red. And that's part of his thing, is, hey, do you like red? The bass, come say hi to me. So, you know, there can be different things, different flavors, and that's going to be the outcome, is understanding that there's more than one way to see things. And that's kind of what this energy of the Age of Aquarius coming in, helping us see things in a different way. So as we move into the time of the Age of Aquarius, let us look at some of the blocks that we'll be facing. You know, the blocks that we're facing. And here's the underneath is the Aquarius card, the star card. Okay, so as we're moving into this time of Aquarius, let's look to see what are some of the blocks in our lives that we'll be facing. Okay, the Devil energy, the Empress, and the Five of Wands. Okay, so there will be some things that will be wanting to bind us and hold us down and keep us from joining the vibrational energies. You know, it could be addictions in our lives, even like codependency, gambling, and alcohol, things like that. It could be other heartaches and pain, just a disbelief, a disillusion. It's a jackalope. I mean, the jackalope actually exists. You know, just kind of, you know, anything that's kind of like keeping us or binding us, or, you know, whether it's our beliefs or actions that are holding us back and that are blocks for us at this time. And the Empress, you know, maybe feeling alone and sad, and feeling like it's just us by ourselves, and not knowing that, you know, the rest of the universe is with us. You know, we're never alone. You know, we always have, you know, the angels and the guides and those people with us to help us so that we're never alone. And another block may be just kind of like the churning of the waters, the difficulty of the situation, you know, having a hard time seeing our way through something that is kind of blocking us or in the way, or having like a negative attitude. It kind of keeps us from really progressing and following the law of attraction in our lives. Okay, so let's look at some of the fears that you would have, might be facing. Fears the collective is facing at this time. Okay. I got the devil again. So just being afraid that you're going to be bound, or that you won't have the belief that you need to have, or that you'll be overcome by the pain. You see the little heart there. So, you know, for some people it's, you know, the three of swords, you know, the pain and the sadness in their lives, you know, that's just being afraid that will, or being afraid that the pain will never end, the 10 of swords, and that, you know, it'll just go on and on forever, and that just the fear that you'll be kind of pushed out of the nest, like this bird was, and that you'll be kind of pushed to the side, that you won't be seen for who you really are, and, you know, a fear that you won't be able to have the calm that's necessary in the storm, like this animal does. Okay. Okay, hopes. Hopes that you will have it this time. That's enough bad stuff, right? Hopes. Things that you'll be hoping for. The Lovers. And the Seven of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands. So, you know, I mean, you could say, okay, the Lovers is, you know, hoping for love and that connection, but also hoping to make the right decisions, because it's also the decision card. So, you know, hoping that your angels will help you and guide you in these decisions you make, and then also in the love that is brought into your life, and that love connection, the hope that that, you know, all the seeds that you have planted will come to fruition. That, you know, this is kind of the ultimate hoping card. The, you know, the man standing there before the tree and watching it grow, or the spider has set all her webs and she's waiting for a harvest and for the food that she needs. And the Knight of Wands, you know, is one of the friendliest animals. I was reading about it. It's like one of the friendliest animals in the deck. And just a hope that you will make friends, but also that you will have that, you know, walking into that state of the Knight of Wands is all about that creativity and moving forward, and you just really hope that those kind of things will come into your life. Okay, so what is the advice from your higher self at this time? Advice from your higher self. So if there's any other questions that you have, I do private readings, and I'd be happy to do a private reading and kind of help you to know about your specific purpose and your kind of like life path. I do a soul path that includes the astrology and the numerology. You get a written report. It's very extensive. And also can do inner child healing and those kind of things. So definitely, if there's anything that you need, just text me and ask me, and I can help you with that. Okay, so the Chariot, the Fool, wow, the Moon, and Seven of Swords. I was looking for a fourth major arcana card, huh? Chariot, and the 7 moving forward, the Fool, which is the 0, stepping into the unknown, and the Moon, the unknown. So you are stepping into the unknown. And the 7 of Swords energy is that kind of like being bound. And then 4 of Cups, this is the underneath of the deck. 4 of Cups, Death, 9 of Wands, and 2 of Cups, the Ace of Cups with it. Oh my goodness. Oh, beautiful energy. I want to look up this one here, the 7 of Swords. It looks so much different than in the other decks. I want to see what she was thinking. The 7 of Swords suggests the situation may test your honor and integrity. If you are tempted to abandon the insights and wisdom of those around you, the result may be the perception that you are arrogant and self-serving. Be aware of your self-talk when you draw the 7 of Swords. Are you convinced that you are the only one with the skills and the knowledge to handle a situation or bring about success? So yeah, I mean, this Black Panther is standing alone in his power. Although your efforts may not be motivated by selfishness, in the end, you also may not receive many thank yous as you expected. The energy of the 7 of Swords brings is that of solitude and independence, going it alone. Not always negative. This energy, when used appropriately, can be beneficial of you working with a group of people who are disinterested and ineffectual. I'm getting the overwhelming sense what your higher self is trying to tell you right now is we're walking into the energies of December 21. There'll be, on top of everything else, is a solar flare. So a solar flare that affects the earth. There's the solstice change into winter. The energies of we're in the energies of the new moon, moving into the full moon. We have the conjunction of the planets in Aquarius. And what it really is we're moving quickly, the Chariot, onto thin ice, not knowing where we're going. And the one thing that your inner self, higher self is telling you is that you'll have to stand alone. And yet, This alone card, the standing alone, the underneath of the deck, the explanation of it is the two most not alone cards, the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups. And so even when you feel the most alone, you're never alone. And that's what your higher self wants to tell you. So with that, I want to end with these energies. Know that as we go through our lives, there are the ups and downs, the ins and outs, difficulties and the joys. But through it all, through everything, there is just this wonder and beauty that we find in life. And that's what we can hold on to, and that's why we're here. Blessings to you, and I'll see you soon.